Hey there, welcome to Jackie Talks Horror. I'm Jackie, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of a film that made my best films of 2025 so far list, which I released last week, Bring Her Back, the follow-up from the Philippou brothers that makes Talk to Me seems mild, and proves they're definitely not a one-hit wonder. I gave a brief review of this in the video, so it's no surprise to say I really like this one, and it really stuck with me. But now, let's go a bit deeper. And just a quick heads up, I will be using IMDb images and clips from the trailer throughout this video, and will link to the trailer and any articles I mentioned down below. So first, let's dig into the characters. So this film only really has 4 main characters. First, there's Laura, played by Sally Hawkins, who you might remember from The Shape of Water. Hawkins absolutely knocks it out of the park here, playing against type as a sibling's new foster mum. Her performance is nuanced and deeply compelling. Next is Andy, played by Billy Barrett, who some might recognise from Craven the Hunter as the young Dimitri. Andy is a protective older brother to Piper, showing a maturity and an emotional depth that goes beyond typical portrayals of young men his age. Barrett's performance is powerful and heartfelt. Next is Piper, played by Sora Wong, in her feature film debut. Piper is incredibly likeable, a sweet girl who struggles with a vision, but shares a strong bond with her brother. The sibling dynamic feels incredibly authentic and heartfelt. Next up, there's Oliver, played by Jonah Wren Phillips. He's Laura's son. Oliver is mysterious and distant, with behavioural changes that create tension in the household. Jonah handles this intense role with subtlety and depth. Now, the complex and often tense relationships between these 4 characters, especially the protective bond between Andy and Piper, Laura's struggle to connect with her foster children, and Oliver's unsettling distance, drive much of the film's emotional core and suspense. Okay, so let's see how the film handles its plot and pacing. The IMDb plot synopsis doesn't give anything away, and it reads, "A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual in the secluded home of their new foster mother." The first 45 minutes are all about character and mood, introducing us to the key players and laying the emotional groundwork. But don't mistake that for slow. There's a steady pulse of creeping dread running through every scene, like something dreadful is just out of view, but then, out of nowhere, a brutal and genuinely shocking moment flips the film on its head, and from that point on, it doesn't let up. The violence escalates, the stakes rise, and what felt like a quiet character study becomes something far darker, more intense, and completely gripping. Okay, and now some quick notes on the film's direction, style and execution. Bring Her Back is a character-focused film, and thankfully the Philippou brothers absolutely deliver on that front. The script gives us layered, believable characters, and the performances bring them vividly to life. While not a direct sequel, Bring Her Back has been officially confirmed to exist in the same universe as Talk to Me, sharing subtle awe, energy, and even a few blink and you'll miss it Easter eggs. It's a nice touch for fans and reinforces the idea that the directors are building something larger beneath the surface. Now, interestingly, the brothers sent the script to Sally Hawkins, not expecting her to take the role, but she read it, connected with it, and delivered one of the standout performances of the year so far. Her portrayal of Laura is quietly devastating, and unlike anything else we've seen her do before. One standout stylistic choice is how some scenes are presented through Piper's blurred perspective. It's a subtle but effective technique that draws us into her world and makes her vulnerability feel even more real, and add to that reality is that the actress Sora Wong is actually visually impaired. The Philippou brothers prove they're more than masters of shock, they're storytellers who can keep us gripped, with a blend of psychological unease and slow-building dread. The score, composed by award-winning Australian producer Cornel Wilczek, who also worked on Talk to Me, plays a key role in shaping the film's relentless tension. It's foreboding in the best way, amplifying the horror without ever overwhelming the emotion. The ending feels completely in line with the story's emotional intensity, and it's one that's likely to stay with you long after the credits roll. Okay, so here's my ratings. For cinematography and soundtrack, this film gets 4.5 out of 5. The scenes were meticulously framed, often hinting on what just is out of view, and contrasting with strikingly beautiful landscapes, and the score is relentless and atmospheric, playing a pivotal role in the film's oppressive feel. For visual effects and gore, this film gets 4.5 out of 5. There are plenty of gruesome close-ups. This film has a few moments that made me squirm for sure, and the gore, while not gratuitous, was definitely visceral, and the practical effects ground everything in reality, which makes it hit that much harder. For characters, this film gets 5 out of 5. I couldn't fault any of the casting or any of the performances. With only 4 main characters, the film gives them space to grow, and they completely deliver. Even the smaller supporting roles are sharply performed and add real texture to the story. For enjoyment and rewatch value, this film gets 4 out of 5. Okay, so I can say it's a testament to the writing and the acting that even though you can start to guess at where things are going early on, you're still gripped as you want to see how it unfolds. So it does stand up to rewatching, but that said, it may be too intense to rewatch often. For personal score, this is a 4.5 out of 5-star film. I really enjoyed the relationships between the characters, although I can't really say too much without spoiling things. I did love the acting, and think it's a shame the Oscars often overlook horror movies. Otherwise, I am sure Sally Hawkins would get a nod at least. That said, the substance did quite well, so maybe things are finally shifting. So that's all for this review. If you like your horror, character-driven, dark and genuinely disturbing, Bring Her Back's for you. Have you seen Bring Her Back? What did you think of it? Thanks so much for watching, and do leave your thoughts down below in the comments. But remember to be respectful, and remember, this is only my opinion of this film. It'd be a boring old world if we all like the same things. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like, subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss what's coming next on this channel. This is Jackie signing off. Take care and see you next time.